Hey guys, it's silvermoons94 here, and guess what? Today is basically when this movie, Spider-Man Homecoming, came out on DVD. And since that, I said I was going to do a review on it. So I have my Spider-Man action figure with me, and I'm going to do a review. So, the Spider-Man Homecoming movie is basically a different version of Spider-Man that we've never seen of him before, being that he's an awkward teen like he usually is. But the thing is, he doesn't whine and complain like the Tom Maguire. He doesn't be stupid like the Andrew Garfield. But the thing of it is that this movie actually has him being very funny, which actually makes me like it very more. I watched this when I was watching on my DVD player, and I gotta say, I love it. I don't think it's a bad movie at all. I think it's basically a good movie. So the movie basically revolves around. Okay, so the movie at the beginning of the movie, there's like Vulture, who is the main bad guy in this film, and he's played by Michael Keaton. A good actor, by the way, who basically, if you don't know who Michael Keaton is, he's Beetlejuice. Alright, so anyway, yeah, they have the Vulture in this film, and for some reason, he gets fired after basically trying to be a weapons technician, that's what he is. And he's like, the world's changing, boys, it's time to change too. And then for some reason, they're trying to change the world and shape into like something else. So he's getting like a vulture suit and all that stuff, and he's trying to form a league of villains to like steal equipment and stuff. So that way he can black market goods and all that stuff, which is illegal. Spider-Man, on the other hand, has high school problems. He has to go through a lot of high school problems in his life. He's like an ordinary teen. He doesn't really skip college like in the other movies. But, not skip college, sorry. He doesn't really go straight to college and graduate like in the other movies. Instead, he actually stays at the school and actually is a 15-year-old in this film. So, yeah, he's at high school, he's a 15-year-old teenager, and, yeah, he struggles for life, and his mentor is Tony Stark, who basically, as Iron Man. And Iron Man basically is a good character in this film, and not only that, but Happy Hogan's actually a good character in this film as well. He basically takes care of Peter Parker while Iron Man's away, and this is actually very cool because at least Iron Man knows what the heck he's doing. Happy knows what the heck he's doing, and he basically Spider-Man at one point, he's just like, he's trying to stop the Vulture, but Iron Man tells him not to, and then for some reason, he's like, if you keep this up, you're going to lose the suit. So he loses the suit at one point, and just loses the homemade Spider-Man suit that himself made, being Peter Parker. There are a few shocking things that are considered spoilers. So I'm gonna, if you haven't seen the movie, go see the movie. It's on DVD right now. But if you basically are ready for spoilers, I'm just gonna tell you. So, Spider-Man is going out with this chick called Liz Allen, and for some reason, Liz Allen is like, being his girlfriend and all that stuff, he's like going out with her, and throughout the movie, he's like going to homecoming with her, and then all of a sudden, we found out that the bad guy, the Vulture, aka Adrian Toomes, is basically her dad. So basically, her dad is the Vulture, and he's like to Spider-Man. He's like, don't interfere in my plans again, or don't just forget about all of this happening, or otherwise I will kill you and all that stuff. And basically, Spider-Man's just like scared. He does not know what to do in this situation. He's looking, and this is the scene where he's in the car, looking at Liz, and he's like, like he's freaking out, like, and he's freaking out because basically he's terrified because the Vulture is Michael Keaton, and he realized that Michael Keaton is Adrian Toomes in a regular, normal world, freaks him out a little bit. So then, yeah, the Shocker. Okay, I forgot to talk about the Shocker. Shocker, it's two people in this movie. Two people. But the thing of it is, the first Shocker gets shooted. Jackson Bryce Montana, by the way. And then the second Shocker becomes the Shocker. That's Herman Schultz, but it's played by a black guy, Hakeem Wombai or whatever. They basically are just like, hey, you know what? Our purpose in this film is to basically, yeah. So Shocker, he's cool. He has a scene with Spider-Man, and oh my gosh, Ned Leeds has this obsession with Star Wars. There's like a lot of pop culture references in this movie. There's Bueller makes a pop culture reference. I think DC at the end credits makes a pop culture reference. Because DC was involved in this somehow. I don't know how. Star Wars is a property of Disney, so I'm guessing that's how to use it. I mean, Disney's part of this, obviously. The Mouse must have had a deal with Marvel way back, and, well, he had already. But the thing is, yeah, but back to the movie. After colliding with the Vulture, Ned Leeds is like the best character in this film, by the way. He basically just brings through. Anyway, so Ned basically just helps Peter out. He's like the helper for Peter Parker. He helps him after he finds out that he's Spider-Man and all that. And for some reason, Aunt May finds out at the end. That's another spoiler. For some reason, he gets crushed by the Vulture, like, real hard. Like, the Vulture puts this bag of rocks on him, and so Spider-Man has to use his super strength to get out of the pile of rubble. He's like, I'm Spider-Man, even if I'm without the suit. And so he basically goes without the suit, and without the mask. He's like, I'm gonna get out of here, and Vulture's not gonna stop me. So basically, then Vulture hijacks a plane with
Calm down, okay?
He hijacks a plane with goods in it. My mom thought I was actually acting up in this review, but I'm not. But anyway, he hijacks the plane, and it's full of Avengers goods, and he wants to steal the goods so he can make more weapons for his villain posse. And for some reason, Spider-Man stops him, and for some reason he gets stranded in fire, so Spider-Man saves him because he's just a dad that wants to care for his kids and all that stuff. And pretty much his gang of thugs wants to care for their kids. And basically one of the criminals is Uncle or Miles Morales. It's another spoiler. Yeah. And Scorpion's in here. I think they're going to have him be the next villain in the film, because apparently they are setting up it, they're like, hey, Matt Gordon, you're going to be in this film, but as Matt Gordon, and then suddenly he's like, I want in on this bad guy business at the end of one cutscenes. The other cutscene is just like a Captain America telling him for useless about the useless. He's going Amazing Spider-Man 2, saying that the useless credits for the useless credits for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 were useless because of the X-Men thing going on, and I actually thought that was spot on, that they actually did make fun of that. But, yeah, it kind of is like the best movie I ever seen. MJ is also in this film. She's played by Zendaya, oddly enough, except it's Michelle Jones, but people call her MJ, which is kind of like weird. So we get to see a real-life Mary Jane instead of a person that is controlling of Peter Parker, and it's just like one Mary Jane that we don't like. That's just the Mary Sue and all that stuff. Even though I don't know what the word Mary Sue means, so I'm just gonna go over what I said. Yeah, and also, I mean, this movie's actually Flash Thompson, instead of being a bully, he's just a regular bully that doesn't even say give me your lunch money. He's a nerdy type bully. So, yeah, there's that. Betty Brant's young in here and everything, and they're playing like a Mary Truck Kill game of superheroes and all that stuff. The girls like playing a game of that. I don't know what. I think that's a thing going on right now. And apparently, Spider-Man does like a bunch of blogs at the beginning of the film, which is very understandable because he's a normal teenager and he has to do stuff like blogs and stuff. He's just a normal teenager trying to hang out and be on YouTube. He's a YouTube star, you know. I know how YouTube stars are there. Yeah, but yeah, this movie's great. I actually am gonna give it a 100% out of 99 because basically, 100% out of 100 actually, because basically, this movie's actually not that bad. There are no flaws in it, from my experience. I actually just think there's no flaws. Spider-Man movie was perfect. Spider-Man number 2 with Doc Ock was my second favorite Spider-Man film. But yeah, this movie is my personal favorite Spider-Man film that I recommend you watch. And I give it an A+++. Anyway, I'm silvermoons94 and I'm signing out. And this has been a review on Spider-Man Homecoming. Just wanted to show my Spider-Man action figure. Anyway, see ya, true believers. Oh yeah, there's a Stanley cameo. I forgot to point that out. There's a Stanley cameo in the movie when he's trying to find out whose person's card is. Very funny. There's even commercials for audio and stuff. But anyway, bye.